take over the football. Now throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. A gain of 6 there.
Way at it. Eventually, big plays may result.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick on. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Three yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run again here with Turbin. Stays on his feet. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
They'll look to throw here. And it is incomplete. Chuck Pagano decides to go. You in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to, will step aside. So the offense has it 1st and 10. One receiver left is Hilton.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. They're dangerous wide. Indianapolis set to take the field. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the...
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
You get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And again, it's Turbin. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
As a former defender, Brandon, the goal was always to tackle the receiver immediately after the catch. When you missed and gave up additional yardage, you didn't make anyone on your team happy. That's why I'm sitting here next to you.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confident.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Their big tight end. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And the Colts getting ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They come up in an offset eye. Turbin, toss play. And he will. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 70. To the start of this next possession, the score 7-0. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A good pickup there at 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One receiver left is Hilton. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run with Turbin. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver. This ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Toss, Turbin. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gain, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run it now with Turbin. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their big tight end. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get low. Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Turbin, his 17th touchdown now on the season. Start of this next possession, the score, 7-0. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to burn off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly.
There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Turbin, 96. At the start of this next possession, the score, 7-0. And the Colts coming out now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run here with Turbin. And an alley to run. And a cut to the left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit it next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at the dance and the juke. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football? I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
And the numbers, they sort of do the talking. Great game last week. Sharp again here in this one.
Sometimes you set habits with how you play, don't you? I mean, you start to put things together, you string them together, and the confidence continues to rise. And guess what? We're seeing that happen in front of us.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guy. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. Ooh, the juke. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound?
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Robert Turbin, his 3rd touchdown of the game. So the football will be at the 25. 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. Now back to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another time. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and something going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. 11 yards for number 11. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. And look at the numbers, a repeat performance. It seems right now it doesn't matter how many guys they're going to put on him. He's going to catch the football.
And when you hit that...
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me,
a big offensive explosion.